Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 334. We're gonna chop down some of this and push it back, what'd I say, one block on each side? Yeah, we'll go for that. Yes, I'm well aware I am now live. So, what that entails is we need to go from here and bring all of this back by one. And we're gonna hope we don't lose anything. And then on this side, I got that one. Oops. I'd rather it fall inward than fall out, because if it falls out, I can't really pick it up unless I go all the way down there. And I do not want to do that. Alright, there we go. Why do we have an odd number? It's all level, right? Shouldn't it be even? Oh, wait, did I done goof? Hold up. Something's not right here. Why are these the same level? Oh no. By the way, that's still not necessarily right, because... Okay, well, either way, we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks there, and I cannot necessarily count how much block space is here. Oh, wait, yeah, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I guess I did do that one correct. Oh, here's why I'm missing a block. Right there, that's where it's gone. But here's what we're going to do. Whoop! We're hopefully not going to fall off again. So let me get all the goods here. Alright, cool. We're making it so far. Hooray! So there's 2. And I think this wider stripe looks better. At least I'm gonna hope that in the end, having it be wider is gonna look better. Realistically, I probably should have 8 instead of 4 stripes, but I think that might be a little too extravagant of a design. So we'll see. Oop, did I get that? Nope, that's okay, it's safe. Why can't I? Oh, I'm getting hungry. I was wondering why my control button stopped working, and I thought, is the sprint key broken? No, I'm just a little too hungry. Can't go on anymore. And I feel like it works better going top down on this side. Howdy, Ryan. Welcome back to the stream. Alright, now I'm really hungry. Nom 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 nom. I can turn this down. I was playing Phasmophobia. Once more, desearing eggs. Alright, last one. Let's see if we can pull this off without losing any of the planks. Ta-da! No wood lost. Hooray! Alright, cool. I don't have any thoughts. I don't play Fortnite, nor do I care about Skibbity Toilet. Alright, I think we'll start here. We'll see how far around we go, because nighttime is approaching, and I've learned my lesson. Do not stay on top of here while it's night. So, we're going to make sure to sleep rather soon. I know it was made using Valve's original stuff. I'm hoping Valve does a takedown or something, but we'll see. We'll see how much they care. Something's not right here. Why is this one over the last one, but on this end? But on this side, it's not. Oh no, something's not right. Hold on, I need to sleep so I can see properly as the Zella moon rises. Oop, there we go. Alright, let's see. So, what went wrong? That one's 3 blocks wide. That one's 3 blocks wide. That one is 3 blocks wide. Why is this one only 2? Alright, let's see. So it's 3 and 3. 3 and 3. 3 and 2. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's what went wrong. This is only 6, or this is 6 blocks wide. It's supposed to be 5. It is supposed to be 5, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I guess I done goofed on this one. But if I'm correct, all I have to do is plop this back down. Alright, well, there we go. I don't know how that happened. That looks correct. Now the question is, where was I? I think I'm on this end. This is where I'm currently building. This is not where I'm currently building. I'm currently building on this side. Oops. Alright, there we go. What is this? This is a test chamber of sorts. I don't know what I'm going to be testing in here, but I'm going to prepare it for something. Hooray, pick block. I'm going to keep saying hooray until I get used to it being here again. Oop. So now for this last one. Yep. Alright, so here's where things get interesting, because now I need to replicate the shape. And I do not entirely want to replicate the shape. So, let's just go for it then. Shall we grab all the wood and examine how high up we are so far? It's only 9 blocks, and I've spent so much wood on this already. Oh boy. Well, if we're gonna keep going, here we go. It's easier to do the one side, but once I need to start on that end going up, that's where the challenges arise, it would feel. Oop. Because now what I have to do is I have to place, but then I need to get rid of this one. And that's where the not fun stuff comes from. And oop. It'd be really cool if the spiral is able to go all the way around to where the one side ends up overlapping the beginning of another. But in order to build that high, we still have a very long ways to go, because that means each spiral must travel a quarter of the circumference. And as you can see, the circumference here is rather large. Alright, I guess that one wasn't too bad. But once we get to all the diagonals, I feel like it's going to be more challenging. I could leave all the extra wood, or use something like dirt, but I don't want to go all the way down there. Pick up some dirt, and then come all the way back up. Oop, we're good. How many hours do I have in this world? You could do the math based on day 5,127. So multiply the Minecraft days by 24,000 ticks in one day. Divide that by 20 ticks a second. Divide that by 60 seconds in a minute. 60 minutes in an hour. 24 hours in a day. That'll give you your final result. Howdy, Griffin. Classic and InDev were manually added in here based on the amount of time I spent on the streams. So the level.dat has more time than the amount of time I've spent in this world in InDev. Or in InfDev, I should say. So yeah, I just rounded 2 hours times however many episodes I played in Classic and InDev, and then added that to the level.dat. Never thought of doing that. I am the Polyworld Master. Although I think this is the first time I've only done it on a world because I didn't think about it. But you gotta say, this was 3 years ago. I was in InfDev way back in, I think, October and November 2021. And I haven't started any Polyworlds since then. It's prone to resetting in early versions. I don't remember it resetting. If it ever reset, I never noticed. Can I go forward? Yes, I can. Ow. It's when I hit the point where I can't go forward that I'll get sad. Which I think is going to start right after here. Whoop. We're good. And yep, time to go over. Oh boy. The amount of time spent plopping down the wood. Getting rid of it, plopping down more. Oi. Do you know, I don't know what it would be like, but what if there are temporary blocks? So what if you place it down, and after a certain amount of time, it just disappears? Do you know how nice that would be for building? It'd have to be very, very cheap because you would spend a massive amount of it. Well, think about it. You would plop it down, you would build your diagonals, and then after a minute or so, poof, it just vanishes. That way you don't have to go back through and delete any of it. It just deletes itself. I feel like that'd be useful for building for people who don't care about preserving the blocks. That way you can do all your diagonals and not have to worry about getting rid of the extras. That'd be something for convenience. But like I said, because you'd be wasting every single block, you'd want to make it very cheap. I felt a buzz. Is any of this important? Nope, nope. When do you currently expect to get more on your Polyworld advanced? Or advancing on there, probably a better way to say it. Continuing force. Oh, is this another 3? It goes 332, 3322, and then a whole bunch of 1s. Yes, winter break. Winter break like normal people. I still tell people I've been on summer break for 5 years. Has it really been that long? Nope, it's been longer than that, just kidding. Feels like I've been on summer break since graduation. Oh wait, hold on, let's be smart about this. We are not going to keep building while it's nighttime. Yeah. So I ended there. This will turn out alright, I hope. We'll see how it looks once the diagonal piece comes in, because the way the angle is. Because over here, it's rather linear. Well, one thing at a time. I am no Minecraft diagonal expert. But why do I have an odd number? If I end this row, and we end up with an odd number, I'll be questioning what went wrong. Since the amount of blocks placed would have been multiplied by 4. Nope, okay, so each time I go around, I just spend an odd number. Alright, I understand now. And because there are 4 sides to this, it balances out. Hooray, math. Did I miscount? I thought that was 34. Hold up, we're at 39 now. Okay, so 1, 2. It's not 34, it's 33. Alright, that makes sense. Well, that means it's over half a stack every time I go around. It's slightly more than 2 stacks of planks when I go all the way around. Oh boy. There's no need to rush. You can get to the Polyworld whenever. Oop. How did I walk over that? Sometimes I question why Minecraft casually lets you just boop, walk right over a 1 block gap. Wait, if it's gonna take me over 2 stacks, or sorry, over a stack to go around. No, it is 2 stacks. I can only go around 2 more times. And I don't even think I'll get to finish that last one. Since it's 68 times to go around, I think. Sorry, not 68. It's 66 and 66. 132. There we go. Did I do that right? I did do that right, except this one's not supposed to be here. Ooh! That almost fell. Howdy, Henry. Am I supposed to know what Order 66 is? Because I don't. Oop, we're good. We're good. Hold on. I need a heal, though. Num 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 num. Hooray! Fast healing. One of my favorite parts of 1.9 so far. I've seen all Star Wars movies up until whatever was released, maybe 2022 or so. And I've seen all Star Wars movies in their entirety exactly one time. I'm not going to remember a detail such as this, as the last time I saw them all, at least the originals you would be referring to, or the older ones, would have been close to 10 years now. 2014, 2015, I believe, was when I sat down, took the time to watch the first 6 episodes. And then as time passed, I would meander my way through later releases. Did I do this wrong? Oh no, this is the start of a new row. Alright, cool, never mind. I did this right. Oops, I wasn't supposed to take damage. Do we know what the first 65 orders are, if that's order number 66? Oh, last stack of wood. We're gonna run out. I feel it. I guess if I do sprint and jump off, I could avoid taking fall damage. And yoink. Alright, this is the end. How many blocks behind are we? 4 blocks. We needed 4 more blocks if we wanted to finish that row. Alright, let's see. How's it looking? I'm almost tempted to fill this in with glass instead of dark oak, but this would be a lot of glass, and I don't have a good way to get glass right now. Yeah, I think the stripes will turn out alright. Hopefully. Well, either way, we've got some traveling to do, because we need oak. Where's the oak? I don't know, let's go check the map to see how many trees managed to survive my axe up until this point. Oh wait, hold on, what am I doing? We have water to safely jump in, right? We had water somewhere around here. I don't know a good place to safely wizoo, however. Oh yeah, there's water down there. Let's see. All I have to do is land in that tiny little strip, right? Can't be that bad. Famous last words. There we go. Safe and sound, just like the song. Looks like the chorus is all done growing, and I think I like these much better than the stocks we had previously. Those look like an improvement. Alright, let's see. So, we're on the lookout for any dark green that aren't flowers and aren't wheat within the bowl. So, everything out there is outside the bowl. We have one tree there. We have a few trees there and another one. I'm not going to bother with those. I see a few trees over there by the sand. That's a tree sanctuary. I'm gonna leave those. Looks like there are some trees on the Sky Islands over there. I don't know how fun those would be to acquire. I think I'm getting really low. There's also some trees over there at the other Sky Islands. I don't know how fun those would be to acquire either. There are trees at the swamp, but I think I want to leave those. I wanted the swamp to remain decorated, and I was really hoping there would be a swamp there, except we ended up with swamp in almost every other location. Oh yeah, while we're here, let's update this real fast. There we go. Now it has a ring of brown. That totally does not match the paint color. I feel like it should be a lighter. Alright, well, that answers the question, do we have a lot of trees out here? The answer is a big not really. So let's go track down another location that is more likely to have trees. So I'll stock up on another axe, get plenty of food, then we have some adventuring to go. Let me grab the bacon. Let's think, are there any areas, or are there any trees near the monolith? I don't think so. You know what, before I do leave, I probably should get the cluster that was off in this distance. But yeah, the monolith, I remember pushing back the tree line quite a bit. I think there might still be plenty of trees near the beta 1.2 area. Maybe that's where we will venture off to. Jump. I think that'll be the plan then. And I'm glad that I have another sleeping bag because nighttime's already approaching. I'm partially tempted to light up the area some more though. I can understand getting 14A_03 terrain from a remake. I don't have much of a problem with that. Alright, I do have sand over here. I'm gonna stick to where the trees are. Yeah, why is lighting so slow? Oi. It's been a while since I remember having this big of a problem. So yeah, those trees there and these trees here. It's that time. Then one day I'll go through and clean up the last of the trees. But I figured I would start here. It's up to you category. That makes sense. Do-do-do. Alright, anything else? There are some skelly bombs. And yeah, there's the tree there, and then we'll slide on over. It's all subjective. It's all subjective. Is Minecraft not always subjective? Hello, baby zombie. Leave me alone. There's another baby zombie. Where are you coming from? Don't tell me this is a third one. There's no way he got here that fast, right? He's still swimming? Where are these baby zombies coming from? What happened? You gonna tell me that there's a bug in Pre-3 where every zombie is a baby zombie? That'd be a kind of funny bug, but at the same time, I don't know how much I appreciate all the baby zombies. Combat bar, the vanilla texture? You're talking at the bottom right? No. I made it myself because I wanted something that fit the UI theme better than the default one. So I made my own. And I think I like it more because it fits with the boss bar. Hello. The boss health bar, and it fits with the XP bar as well. Where are you? Hey, buddy. Goodbye. I couldn't find any other texture that came before the one that shipped in 1.9, so I figured I'll just make my own. I still don't know why the sword design of the vanilla one is different than the iron sword of the game itself. Why didn't they just downscale the sword texture or redesign it? Or I should say recolor it to fit with the size. Too late. Someone did work on that though. Well, I didn't want to utilize their textures, so I made my own. Method, you're here. It's been so long. Yeah, I'm clearing out the trees of this survival test world. 2505. I didn't turn off water animations. It's the texture from Classic, the original unanimated one. I've thought about making my own animation set for it, but I have not yet done so. Shouldn't be too hard. I'll need to make sure that I know the flowing, or how the flowing texture functions to be able to get that to slide properly. I hear you. I'm hearing the zombies. Guess that means not every zombie is a baby zombie. Oh my gosh, what is that? Why is the light in steps? Do chorus plants count for Team Treant? They do not. And howdy potato, welcome back. I'm not gonna chop down every single chorus plant that I come across, because that is an absurd amount. Unless you were talking about something you were working on. Hooray, I did fix arrows, they're purple again. Turns out 1.9 changed the arrow location, and I didn't realize that at first, so I had to move the texture around. I also applied it to the spectral and tipped arrows as well. Oop. Alright, this proves it. Not every zombie is indeed a baby zombie. I got unlucky with 3 of them spawning at the same time. Why did that guy have an eyebrow raised? I didn't realize that. Alright, I chopped down the trees. Let's catch some Z's after we clean out the local infestation. Well, Ian 1.9's experience has been going alright so far. I've been absolutely enjoying Pick Block. I do not plan on starting a new world. I'll take my chances, because that's what I do. But yeah, does it function like modern? If you're talking about Pick Block, this is modern Pick Block. Or what texture are you referring to? If that was not a question for me. Oh. Adoink. Alright, any other saplings? I could use a little bit more furnace fuel. And whoop. Start adding the before the name of every famous. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to. There you go. That was bothering me. because all this dirt was separate, and I didn't want it to be dirt anymore. So now it's grass. Or will be grass, once given enough time. Well, I think we're all good over here. We got a little bit of wood, but let's head to the nether now and make our way to the beta 1.2 area. No, I should grab another axe and an ender chest. The Robloxes? Yeah, I still do not understand, as I cannot see there being multiple. You know, if they announce a Roblox 2, you can prove me wrong. But until then... Lighting errors get worse and worse as time passes, and they're not going to be fixed until 1.14. For reasons, the lighting code is all over the place. And so 1.14 centralized lighting, as well as fixed a whole bunch of the bugs. Yeah, Ian, I do not know what you're referring to. Maybe because I'm not old yet. Alright, let's think. It's a lot of on a specific chunk axes, it would appear, where lighting is inconsistent. It's also darkness from overhangs. Like, you could see all of that is black. That is black. The lip I had around the world makes the bottom half of the terrain black as well. I already know my older world has a bunch of lighting errors, and I would not be surprised if there's even more than when I get back to it. Because it had all the stripes previously, last time I looked at it. So I put that away, and then apples go somewhere around here. Alright, yeah, I'll grab another axe and grab an ender chest, and then we'll take a short minecart trip. Hooray, we're not going all the way to the end. I know it's not an exaggeration. I'm sure there's lots and lots of stuff in there. Where's the ender chest? Here it is. Aha! Do I have silk touch? Yes, I do. Cool, so that way I can pick it up and move it around if I need to. So we'll grab one spare diamond axe, and then we'll be off on an adventure. Oh my gosh, everyone's asking me if I'm gonna make a new world. The answer is still, I'll take my chances with the previous one. I have a bunch of axes. I didn't realize that. Alright, to the portal. Away! Num 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 num. I'll figure it out once I get there. There's still a minimum of several months. Let's see, when was I planning on ending? August, so that's 8. Plus the rest of December, 9. Closer to 9 months, eh? The old sound plays again. Feels like in 1.8 and earlier, that sound stopped playing. At least in 1.7. Maybe they finally fixed it. Hooray! I think it stopped playing in 1.3. Nope. Alright, away we go. So hopefully we don't have to travel too far, because the beta 1.2 area is slightly beyond the monolith. Oh, it's nice that my arm doesn't kerchunk every time I open the inventory anymore. So while we wait around for this, let's throw up a clock, as that's slightly more interesting to look at. Oh, it's Thursday the 19th. The Steam Winter Sale is going on. Hooray! I'll need to check out some stuff. I've got some money in my Steam wallet, and I'm hoping to acquire a thing or two. I forgot about that. 30-minute days. Does 30-minute days properly scale both the daytime and nighttime? I feel like simple answer, but the whole time increase. You know exactly what the ratio is of day to night? What percentage? Since I believe it was not 50-50 by that point. Boop. Unless you set it back to be exactly half and half. It's still 50-50 in InfDev. I didn't realize that. I thought it was later in InfDev that it was changed. Maybe it was Alpha. I can't remember. At some point it was changed to be 9.5, then 10.5. Early release? I don't think it was that late. I'll look into it later. Or in fact, I could look into it now. Hi to you as well. Is Method back? Method's currently on the stream. I didn't know you. I should say, if I did know, I've already forgotten you were interested in the stuff. Minute. Wiki, you are not useful because you're not telling me when it was changed. Oh well. I'll go dig in for it later. Boop. A round sun. If you want a round sun in InfDev Plus, why not change the texture yourself? Oh yeah, whatever happened to sound packs? Was a way to change sounds ever implemented after all this time? Because I'm not gonna give up. It will be a reminder for however long until I lose interest. How far are we? Oh wait, hut's hidden. 1900. Shouldn't be too much farther. Shouldn't be too much farther until we get to the monolith. I feel a sneeze coming. Pineapple. Pineapple, pineapple. Triangle, sun, and moon. I feel like a triangle, sun, and moon would look better than the... What's the word? Is the hexagon? No, pentagon is five sides. The pentagons that Sphax Pure BD Craft implemented. I always thought those looked a little odd. I get the style, but I don't know how much I ever liked that texture and resource pack. Is it possible to replace the... Oh wait, hold on. Then here's the question. Does it not verify that the sound files are the same as the repo sound files? Because does it just check if the file exists? It doesn't verify. Okay. Interesting. Oops, that was loud. I don't know why Notch notched up trees. There's a lot of questions that I wonder why Notch notched up. If he was trying to make realistic trees, those trees were terrible. But they were never listed anywhere. I don't know why only the trunk portion generated. But I feel like he was messing with trees. And oops, made a mistake. Alright, we turn that back on, turn that off. Oops, that was already flipped. And here we go, we've made it. Party potato. Maybe I should have put water at the bottom of this. Should have put water at the bottom of each of these back when I still had water. But nope, I spent all my water on that water park. I don't know if it was worth it. But we'll see. Z, all the way home. Alright, we made it. One of these days I'll need to fix all these chests, but that'll be a problem for future me. Listen, here, hold on, let's catch some Z's since it's nighttime. I did not mean to press 1. I wanted to press 1 after I woke up. But yeah, look at all these trees. I'll leave the birch ones because I don't need a bunch of birch wood. But while I'm here, what have I left behind? Okay, I don't know where I did not have a chest, so I'll leave the ender one here. Let me also toss the axe. I know what Minecraft with IRL time is like. I haven't played the world in a while, but I have a beta 1.3 world that synchronizes the game time with the real world time. And so it's rather fun to play during the day, but then between about 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock, it's the transition to nighttime. So if you're playing after about 7 or so, you're gonna encounter bad guys. I don't remember what the mod is called, but I can get it to you later. But it is rather fun to be able to walk around during the daytime and then just let the game run while leaving my inventory open if I'm still standing around on the top side of the world. And I know there won't be any bad guys ruining my day if I need to get up, do some stuff, like get food or something. But yeah, having the in-game time be synchronized with real-world time is rather fun. There was also another mod I used on that world where there are in-game seasons represented by the change of foliage color. So grass and leaves will change their color based on the time of year. And so right now, since we're in December, the grass shows up as white. The grass and leaves show up as white. So not only is it real world time, it's real world seasons. So it's like I'm playing in real life. Season seems to have flushed in the future. Hooray! Oh yeah, here's a question since you're here, because I'd like to know your answer. What brought back the revival of Classic Plus? I thought you already left that in the grave. Yeah, it turns out you grabbed a shovel. Isn't real life craft focused on difficulty? That's where the realism comes from. I haven't seen anything about it in a long time, as I'm not interested in it. But I thought that's where the RL came from. Come on, leaves, go away. I guess I could just let them. They'll go away eventually. Choppy choppy tree. What you could do for Southern Hemisphere people is have a toggle. Just have an option and all it does is it inverts the time. Or I should say inverts the seasons. Do the mod justice. I see, I see. Alrighty. Makes sense. Classic dust isn't dust anymore. It was revived. Weather read your local forecast. I wonder if there's a mod for that. I haven't thought about it because since the real world time world that I was talking about, since it was for beta 1.3, there wasn't any weather implemented. So I would need a mod that would implement beta or implement weather into beta 1.3 and then apply that. It shouldn't be too bad because there's plenty of public weather data. You would just need to provide it a location and it could read from whatever public weather service is out there. But I haven't thought about that. I could try asking Fig, since he's the one who made the Seasons mod for beta 1.3. Well, specifically, he made it for beta 1.4, and then I asked him to backport it to beta 1.3. I say even if Classic Plus will never be on the same level, having it feel more refined is an improvement. Still haven't played Infinite Plus, interesting. So when you say that survival and arcade were merged, does that mean that they're both gone and there's now only one? Because I saw that you were talking about removing the ID for the game mode. It's now called Endurance. Alrighty. I'll take that, thank you. Oop. Hooray, fast healing. I will say, other than all the combat changes, I am enjoying 1.9 so far for the quality of life improvements. I'm talking pick block and fast healing. There's something else technical that I'll remember next time it happens. There's also the end stuff. I do appreciate the end now more, even though that was the bonus feature, as it was the combat update with a little bit of end stuff thrown in. And I still hope that one day we'll get an end update with a little bit of combat improvements. But we'll see if whenever it takes for them to reach, or for whenever it takes Mojang to get to combat changes again. If they want Minecraft to be a 50-year game, it'll happen eventually. Originally available on the menu screen. Is it the main menu or the pause menu screen? I'm unsure where you're referring to. Shopping for Christmas cooking? Is that not... I guess that makes sense, because you're shopping for the cooking portion. We haven't done much Christmas cooking here in a long while. That's usually other family members who does that. Neither my dad nor I do a lot of holiday cooking. Alright, Birch Tree, you get to keep living for now. Let's see, where is the sun? Sun's going down soon. We still have time. But why are there so many big trees? Flashbacks to Treaty from Population Zelinator. One of these days I'll need to continue on. Oh, the world menu. I see. You said menu, and I didn't know what menu you're referring to. That is absolutely true. Having what version last played on is super useful. That is indeed another great feature. And I wish they did it earlier, but oh well. It's especially hard with worlds before beta 1.3 where you couldn't name them. So having worlds with the alpha format, you don't know if it's an InfDev world or beta 1.2 world. You'd have to explore it through third-party means, or just hope you remember which version the world was last played on. At least in beta 1.3 you can name worlds, so that's an improvement. But not until 1.9 where it tells you the last version. Alright, time to catch some Z's. Oh wait, hold on, wrong direction. I was facing the sun. We need to face the Zella moon as it rises. You know, it's kind of covered over there. Doink. Christmas tuna war. I like tuna, but I don't know how much wars need to be included in that. Does sound interesting though. I don't know if I've ever had figgy pudding, but I have heard of it. And I want to say I've even looked it up one day. Pictures and all that. I've been trying to keep all my worlds separate, but with stuff from 7, 8, 9 years ago, I was not as proficient at keeping worlds where they belonged. Especially back when I was still working on, or I should say before the 1.6 launcher came out, and all my worlds were within the .minecraft, the same .minecraft. So that was rather awful. But since I didn't have too many alpha worlds at the time, I could probably take a guess as to which version was which. If I see a world, I'll probably recognize it. But that's only useful for me, since if I ever push the worlds out publicly, that would not be as beneficial. I've thought about making a Zelinator archive for my first 10 years of Minecraft. Well, 10-ish years. From 2012 to 2022, even though I want to say I only have one 2012 world. And so that would include all the worlds on there. And it may or may not also include mods and texture packs that I've played with for specific worlds. Because having a modded world is nice, but it's not very useful if you don't have the mods that were originally used on it. Well, I just haven't taken the time to compile all that. Died mid-journey, that's unfortunate. That means you're back at home. I guess the journey's over now. I kind of wish I stuck to multi-MC more back in the day, because at that time, during my early Minecraft years, first couple or so, what I did was move entire .minecrafts around. So I have a few folders, a few different locations that have lists of .minecrafts in there. Your stuff is not gone, it's just where you last died. And if you can keep the chunks unloaded for a long enough time. That'll buy you enough time to get back there and pick it all up. And I think moving stuff around would be less intuitive than having separate paths to begin with. I think the instance system that was introduced with the vanilla launcher, as well as extended functionality in multi-MC, Betacraft, and other launchers, I think that works better than moving worlds around directly. There's no process that needs to be done, it's just selecting the location. I have a theory in regards to moving files around on the disk itself, but I don't know if it is correct or not. But I believe that when you move files around on the same drive, it's not moving the physical data location, because you can move stuff on the same drive to a different folder, and it goes so much faster than if you were, say, copying the files to a different location on the folder. Unless I'm wrong, I feel like that is how at least Windows handles it. However, you still have to take the time to go through and rename the file paths for every folder and file in the directory that was moved. So you can tell that process is slow when there's many files. So yeah, you're just telling the computer of the new directory. You're not moving the information itself. Yeah, when you have a bunch of files, like I said, that's still a rather slow operation. Polyworld server phone number only of the bat. What is that sentence? Because I don't understand the grammar of that. Did you use the phone buttons, the auto select buttons, whatever it's called? Sorry, you're not paying attention? Oh, I asked what sentence you previously said. If it is turning night, you probably should make an outpost. It depends on how close you are to your stuff, because if your stuff is outside your render distance, then it'll still be suspended until the chunks are loaded again. But if your stuff is saved within your render distance, then it would not be wise to wait out the night. Polyworld verification server right off the bat. That's fine by me. I get it now. That sentence has proper grammar. You collected it before the night started? Oh, so you did find your stuff. Yeah, the last message you said before then was all your stuff was gone, so I assumed you did not yet pick it up. But if you did find it, then you don't have to worry about any of it despawning. I'm pretty sure I have my phone number connected to Discord, because I set up 2FA on there a while ago. So I would assume at the same time, that was when I established my number. If not, then at least I'm already on the server. Oh wait, you're not gonna heal, I need food. I'll eat soon. Skelly bums can shoot through the back side of the door. I'll need to give an example of that real fast once I finish with this tree. But it's not the solid side. It's the back side if they're right up against it. Because for a long while, if you were within a partially complete block, like a door or a torch, you were not able to interact with the hitbox of the door or the torch itself. And that wasn't fixed until, I think it was beta 1.5. So let me head back. Oops. I'll put away the logs into the ender chest real fast, and then I'll tell you what I'm referring to. So over on this side, if you are standing within this block, you were not able to interact with the door. You were able to interact through the door. Same thing with skelly bums. If they were standing here, they could fire arrows through the door. But they could not fire through the door on this side because this is the solid side. Alright, boop. In fact, here, let me also put away all these saplings as well. And apples. Oh, my inventory looks much nicer now. I didn't know subtitles were 1.9. Why does it feel like they were 1. You know, I guess I never thought about that because I don't use subtitles. I don't use them, but I will say I do appreciate them being there. Alright, come on, saplings. Don't despawn, please. I wish to pick you up. Oops. Alright, I'll take all that. As nighttime approaches, I'll get the bed ready. Oh wait, no, keep that there. I remember subtitles being added, and I thought, cool. And then that was that. And then I see them in videos every once in a while. I don't see them all that often though, since I don't watch a lot of videos that include them. I guess this goes along with me not watching a lot of videos overall, especially not recently. I'm still ever so slowly crawling my way through Doctor Who. That's not entirely true. I am running rather fast through the series, but there's a lot of it, so it feels like I'm going slow. Z, all the way home. I wonder why I did leave most of these trees here. Maybe I wasn't paying attention enough. Because I set up this outpost. Did I not spend a lot of time here? Is that why there's still a whole bunch of leaves? Or a whole bunch of trees? Howdy shady to you as well. Any other logs hidden in there? I don't think so. 10 billion? I didn't know the number, or each of the numbers went higher than 2.147 billion. Have you tried it with smaller billion scales? Did I just hear something? I thought I heard birds, and I almost thought it was coming from the game, but maybe not. If it's the 64-bit limit, not the 32-bit limit, that'd be amazing. That means the feature would have been implemented with proper care. For 2 weeks, I will not be streaming. So tomorrow's the last... Well, I should say I will not be streaming UMP. But I do feel like playing some other games, perhaps, on some of the non-holiday days, like Monday or Friday. So yeah, we'll see. There's one game I've been wanting to hop back to that's unrelated to any of my previous series, pre-recorded series on here. We'll see if I get around to it. I also still want to finish more of Mobile Suit Gundam, but that was only during. Wait, no, that was during Let's Play. That was during not Let's Play. Zelinator plays, and what happened to the thingy? There we go. Well, school tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow regularly. Okay, whatever I'm hearing is not coming from the game. Cool. For some reason I thought I was hearing birds, but that's definitely not Minecraft. If there's school but you're sick, does that mean you're going to run out of time for school and go on break rather quickly? The week of the new year? I might make episodes of the new year, but not UMP. UMP does not plan on returning until the 6th. Nom, 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 nom. Alright, so that tree's gone. Where's my outpost? That's way over there. Yeah, there's so many poofy trees. I'm kind of tempted to take a break from all the poofy trees and only chop down the short stacks. Well, there's not a lot of those around here. Finish for the semester, hooray! That means you're in the relaxing period. There's still 5 days before Christmas. I had to think about that. There's still 5 days before Christmas, I think. Well, 5 and then Christmas, I think, after today. Yes, okay, I did do my math right. Christmas is the 6th day. Is if I don't talk about today, tomorrow would be day 1. Because it'd be 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 5 days. Christmas is number 6. Hooray, English, and how we count. The goal is to be prepared before Christmas, not on Christmas. That's why I counted the way I did. Let's get that ready. I know this isn't one of the short stack trees, but this is not one of the big poofy ones. It's one of the mid-sized trees where it has one tiny little branch to it and a bunch of extra leaves. But it's not the full size. I've got 3 branches and a massive amount of leaves. Howdy, pig. Excuse me. Excuse me, buddy. Thank you. I should start calling all the pigs Reuben and see how many people remember the pig named Reuben. Unless there are pigs named Reuben before 2015 that were famous. But if that's the case, I did not know of any. Alright, what time are we at? Hour and 15. So we still have about 45 minutes left of the day. And it looks like I've stumbled upon a good area. There are not nearly as many poofy trees over here. I wonder what biome this is. Oh, oops. This is a big one. That wasn't too bad. I wonder what biome this is. Oh, wait, hold on. I've got the F3 menu. It tells me in here, right? This is an ocean biome. Do animals naturally spawn in ocean biomes? Oh, wait, it doesn't matter. We got... Last I remember, the mob spawning wasn't fixed anyway. It's only upon new chunk generation. Alright, farewell, thanks for dropping on by. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. It's afternoon over there, I think. I still have some time before it's afternoon over here. How's this doing? 529. I think we'll keep going a little bit more before combining it with the other pickaxe, or the other regular axe. I'm also still sitting at 33 levels, but I haven't necessarily had the urge to enchant stuff. I could do more book enchanting, but I got terrible books last time. I don't know if I want to do the same thing. But I still have several pickaxes. Oh wait, I don't have any active mining area right now. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna need to find another mining area. Or I could start working on the backside offices of Nerve headquarters. Because I already carved out the cave, or the cage, both of them. I did the central command area. That one was a lot of fun, because I'm happy with how it turned out. It's on a slightly smaller scale than if I was building a proper replication of it, or proper replicate. Man, this almost does have the old beta feel to it, except the sky color's different, lighting's a little different, we have mip mapping as well. Almost. I'm pretty sure most of this terrain was loaded up in beta 1.2. Or was it? Hold on. We don't have any more birch trees right here. Either I chopped them all down. No, because the snow's intact. So this was still generated in alpha 1. Or I should say beta 1.1 and earlier. I don't remember how far I wandered in alpha 1.2 because I got lucky that right after alpha, or right after I updated alpha 1.2 and I walked slightly beyond the monolith, boom, snow biome, and I built a snowman. In fact, I think I built a snow family. I think there are 3 of them, 2 tall ones and a short one. And there are also pumpkins. Pumpkins were rather uncommon in beta and earlier, it would feel. So finding a little pumpkin patch, a random pre-carved pumpkin patch out in the middle of nowhere, was always a sight to behold. Unless you got really lucky and you find several pumpkin patches close to spawn. But I think I'm going to grab my bed and catch some Z's, and now it might be a better time to combine the axes. And oh, just kidding. That one still has plenty of durability left. Or this new one, I should say, has lots of durability. This area doesn't look too much different. There's still so many trees scattered about. I don't know how far we're going to push the tree line back in every direction, but at least we're making progress. I still feel like I'm going to need much more wood than what I've acquired so far. Maybe I'll spend more time within these 2 weeks tree chopping. We shall see. So this big tree, you got to keep living for now until the day arrives where I get tired of seeing only poofy trees scattered about, and I decide to go chop to them. And what do? things went up, and now things have gotten rather quiet again. Lots of activity earlier. I thought Fridays are usually... Oh wait, this isn't Friday. Just kidding, it's still Thursday. I forgot it was still Thursday. Right, it's trash day. I think I made sure to take the cans out before. Yes, Cal, I hear ya. I wonder... there's not much of a point. I was thinking, what if I did some expansion here at the Beta 1.2 outpost? But then I thought about it. Do I really need to? There's a lot of old resources out here. And any dungeon I would find already has the pre-generated loot, since they don't use they did not use the loot tables yet. So I don't think there'd be much of a point spending time out here, unless I want to make a proper setup. A little settlement. There we go, that's the word. The 10 billion preset? I'll take a look-see at that when you do. Or after you send it, I should say. And I didn't mean to chop down this big tree, but the urge to get rid of it. Yeah, that's the trunk there. There was no sneeze attacking me this time, but it was a yawn. A yawn attacked me. Feels like it's been a long morning, but I think that's because I've done some Phasmophobia and Sven Co-op today. I watched another Doctor Who episode while playing Sven Co-op. It feels like I've done a lot this morning, even though I really haven't done all that much. Just one of those slow days, perhaps. Oh no, I didn't mean to chop down a... Wait, I didn't chop down a birch tree. Where'd the sapling come from? Oh well. I didn't, right? No, because I would have had birch logs. I guess there must have been a previous birch tree chopped down and some of the leaves were stuck to an oak tree. I can't tell because every leaf has the exact same color. And in fact, every leaf has the exact same texture except for spruce and jungle. Every other leaf block utilizes the original. That's not true. This is not the original leaf texture. I am not a big fan of the original leaf texture. It is very, very dense and noisy. I think this leaf texture looks better. Same thing about the original glass. In fact, the first two glass textures I wasn't a big fan of, and that's why we use the, I would say regular one, but at this point, that's not true. Joppa textures were 5 years ago. Regular glass texture was around for about 10 years before that. Alright, well, never mind. I'd say the proper glass texture, and then I took out some of the streaks in the middle to open it up, because I think I like that more. There's an old resource pack I used to use. I can't remember which one. It might have been during the time that I was utilizing some of the Sphax Pure BD Craft textures, since that was the resource pack the server owner was using, and so I copied some of that stuff. Anyway, I want to say they had a glass texture that was just the outline, and it was Hiccup also Optifine compliant with connected textures, and so because that glass only had the outline, if you connected a bunch of it on a flat plane, the glass in the middle would all be invisible, and only the glass on the outer outer edges would have the outline visible. I really want to make connected texture variants of the current glass, but needing to do that for not only the glass, but for all the colors, that's a lot of individual textures I'd have to make. And I don't think that's necessary. So we're gonna leave it as is. If someone wants to do it for me, I'd add you to the credits, which currently is rather empty right now. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary, especially since on this world, since it's the only world I'm using it on, using Ultimate Polycraft Pack on, since I rarely use Optifine on here, I don't think it's really necessary. But hey, I'm sure other people like Optifine or its replacements for future versions. But we're not there yet. I'm still got to keep working on... Or I still have a ways to go to update the resource pack. Moo. Let's see, how much would I need? I'd need this to drop down to about 800 or so, I think. When you say took the average, are you talking about world density and makeup? Because I'm not all too sure when you say the average of a world. What are you referring to? Because you could take the world average in terms of what blocks different layers and then condense that into a single pillar. But I don't think that represents what the world is supposed to be like. That just tells you the composition of the world. I'm trying to visualize world average, because otherwise you could take a chunk, or not a single chunk, you could take an area of the world, or a volume, a three-dimensional segment of the world. Well then, would that be average? Depends on the size. An image of the seed? Why would you even need AI to composite them together? Just use something like, well, I guess if you were to use semi-transparency for each of them. Well then, that's not at all what your original question was, because that's a viewpoint. That's what does every world look like? And if you took all those images, put them together. At least I get what you're saying now, though. Hooray, communication. Something I'm not too good at. Excuse me, y'all. Is it turning nighttime? Oh, yeah, it is. Sun's going down. If you do that, set all the terrain generator, or sorry, set all the images to maybe like 10% transparency. Because if you have a bunch of images, if you just keep stacking them, you're only going to end up with a black blob. And that's not a good way to represent it. So if you had a low opacity for each one, so 10% opaque, so that way each individual image would be rather low. So hopefully you don't end up with any black blobs. I guess it could be white blobs if you had a bunch of light colors, but images tend to comprise more darks than lights. What do you mean doing it from the exact same angle? Just get the level.dat and modify the rotation values. That's assuming the rotation values are saved at the time, which is not properly loaded until like mid-beta. You could whip out Sheep Engine, but that requires advanced usage, and I would not be able to help you with that since I'm not familiar enough with it. Yeah, otherwise, what you could do is take the default rotation. Don't you always face the sun when you spawn in a new world? So if you just take that rotation, that way, for versions where you cannot modify or manually save and load the player rotation, you would just use the default one for that. Otherwise, what you could do is whip out Cartographer, but that as images or the lighting on it doesn't work very well for alpha worlds, and I don't know why. I feel like you're gonna get something really smooth because I think to myself, older terrain, very, very high scale vertically. So lots of tall mountains and deep oceans. And then as time passes, sure you still have some tall mountains, but they get rather wide in terms of its width to height ratio, especially compared to older stuff. And so in the end, you'll probably end up with rather tall terrain, but it's all going to kind of smooth out. This is probably going to be something that's not nearly as interesting as you would think. I don't think it would look flat because Minecraft has more hills and mountains than it does flat terrain. Unless someone has statistics to prove me wrong, but there's a lot more terrain variation than there is no terrain variation. Because no terrain variation is boring, so Minecraft doesn't include a lot of it. That's why the plains biomes are not completely flat. The plains biomes from beta 1.8 and later, I should say. There's still block variation by, I don't know, 3 to 5 blocks or so. It feels like the terrain goes up and down. Let's see, we're in an ocean biome, right? Where's the squid at? Shouldn't there be squid out there? Oh, there's one. I wonder if that biome in front of me is still cold. I kind of want to find out. Alright, we're going for a little swim. Oh, still just an ocean, which means if I were to dig up all this ice, that ice would not be coming back. Alright, how am I doing on wood? It might be time to combine the axe. 900. You know, I'll keep going. I'll go until the next night. And then we'll grab all our wood and go home. Here's a question about the Endermen moving dirt. Are they capable of touching the blocks beneath them? Because there needs to be a hole to begin with, right? Because the Endermen can't pick up the block they're on, but they can pick up the blocks at their legs, and the ones in the one block above as well. Where do Endermen get low enough on a super flat world? There is the well, but that's water. Endermen can't be in water, and that's coated by cobblestone anyway. You would need to get the creeper to explode, but what's going to make the creeper mad to explode? So say the creeper gets mad at every mob, even though I want to say that's disabled in modern release. What would get the creeper mad to begin with? A skelly bum can do it, but what would the skelly bum shoot at? The only mobs skelly bums are mad at naturally are players. Oh, you're right, Yara said no structures. If it's a completely super flat world, then that would also mean... Well, I guess if it's a regular super flat world, because here's a question. You know, there are some seeds with naturally spawning snow golems, just due to how the pumpkins form right on top of 2 blocks of snow. What if you had your super flat world with snow? If it was designed to be 2 blocks deep already, you would just have to find some pumpkins. That would get you a few snow golems around. That would already change the world, but then the snow golems would start getting mad. Mad at the mobs. Mobs would fight back. Creeper gets involved. There you go. But here's a question. Can Enderman move snow? I feel like Enderman cannot move snow. It's full-size snow blocks, I should specify. Alright, no. Do I need to eat? No, I'll wait. I'll keep walking around. I wonder if that's the chunk border right over there. Right where I'm looking at that little hill. And beyond that is the terrain loaded up next to the monolith. One of these days, I still want to find a seed where the far lands cut off a monolith. I've gotten really close. I found a seed where the monolith is, I think, about 80 blocks or so away from the start of the far lands. That's really, really close, but not at the same. Yeah, let's see. I wonder if snow golems attack creepers. I feel like they do, but I don't remember. But yeah, if so, then the snow golems themselves generating would already change the average height of the world, but the creepers would do even more so. There we go. Cats don't attack creepers at all. Cats don't do anything with creepers, they just run around like normal. The creepers are the ones that avoid the cats. Cats just do their own thing, and creepers stay away from them. Yeah, snow golems are likely to attack every hostile mob. Sure, they don't do much damage. I feel like the chances would be less in modern anyway. But we'll see. This is an experiment. You also need to make sure that pumpkins generate, or else there wouldn't be any snow golems. I'll be honest, I don't know what causes pumpkins to generate. It might be decorations. Since otherwise, I don't think they would generate. Let's see, there's structures, there's decorations, there's... I think there's some other flag for super flat customization that I'm not remembering. Oh well. I'll take that, thank you. Oh, you're making the pumpkins a layer of the world. If the pumpkins are a layer of the world, are they gonna generate snow golems? Oh, that's what you were testing. Okay, so you were... I missed your approach on that. Oops. Alright, I think we're all done with the trees. Let me grab all the goods real quickly here, and then we'll zoom on out. It might not crash, I just feel like it's not going to register as a block update, and no snow golems will be generated. PF, public figure. I wonder what gets you the title of public figure. Alright, and I think we're all good, so we'll catch some Z's, that'll reset the weather timer, and then we'll head back. Yeah. It does not create golems. That's why I was talking about naturally generating pumpkins, because that should likely cause block updates, and not the super flat as itself. Natural pumpkins would change the height. If that's the case, then I'm gonna call this impossible, unless there's some other way that I'm not thinking. Alright, let's see. That's a bunch of apples that I don't need. Can these be combined? Hooray! Alright, I think we're all good. I've missed that sound. It's so nice to hear it again. I've seen a few. That's not true. I think I've only seen two different videos with Enderman. One of them was a video called Can Minecraft Play Itself? Or something like that, and Endermen were a big factor of that. And then there's another video I saw about Enderman, what Enderman will do over time to a world. And it was a simulation. It was a sped up simulation by increasing Enderman's speed and increasing the amount of Endermen in an area and what change they will do to a world. So Endermen are very useful in that sort of representation. I'm going the right way. Yeah, monolith outpost. Alright, cool. Alright, boop. Shouldn't be too long. So they will attack creepers, but not on world spawn, or will not generate on world spawn. Or I should say super flat world. This be unfortunate. Because I couldn't remember if they attacked every hostile mobs or if they did not attack creepers. Because there was a change with Skellybums and creepers at some point, because Skellybums would hit the creepers would get mad and explode, and unintentionally damage worlds, and that was changed some point in release, I thought. So I don't think creepers get mad at Skellybums anymore, but they used to for a while, and I didn't know if there was an exemption made for snow golems and creepers as well. But now we know. How far are we? Oh, less than 2,000. And this will be fast. It should not take too long until we get to... whatchamacallit. It should not be too long until we get to... home. Short trip. Hooray! I hear you, ghasts. Maybe one of these days I'll make some travel music. Of course, I keep saying the same thing, that I need generic stream music as well, and I have not taken the time to do so. One day, perhaps. There's a lot of one days. I have all the time, but I've procrastinated for long enough on Doctor Who, so that's why I'm finally doing it in my available time. I don't think any snow golems have spawned naturally on this world. You could look up a few seeds where they will spawn naturally, but with how rare it is, it's very unlikely to ever happen on this world. I would have to load up a massive amount of surface area in order to potentially find any conditions for them. Yeah, I don't know how many seeds are currently documented of natural snow golem spawning, but the chances are it's more likely to happen than the current known seeds, because we can't really efficiently test for the entire world scale. So even if it takes place millions of blocks away, we are unlikely to know about it because of how large of a scale that world is. We'd have to find every correct biome, or every possible biome that will generate with the 2 blocks of snow properly, as well as every location of pumpkin spawning within those areas. And so testing that would take a very long time. Endermen can also create snow golems. That is indeed true. I did forget about that, because they can move pumpkins around. In the super flat experiment, though, we would need the pumpkins to begin with. Do regular pumpkins not work with spawning? Oh, hello. Do regular pumpkins not work with spawning the golems anymore? Boop. I should say at all. And they need to be carved. Oh yeah, we got the little hoop. Sweeping edge, yeah. Except we don't get the sweeping edge enchantment until 1.11.1, I think. I think sweeping edge was 1.11.1. I can't remember. There are 3 or 4 things, and another one was, I want to say iron nuggets. That's another 1.11.1 thing. For some reason, I thought I saw a missing block here. Missing netherrack block. I guess not, I'm seeing things. I saw that one that appeared to be slightly darker than the others, but I don't know. Not important. Is it nighttime already? There's no way that's been 10 minutes. That's only been about 7 or so. Well, let's see, that's 5, 0. Yeah. Sweeping edge iron nuggets, elytra boosting with the fireworks, that's what it was. Yeah, it feels about the same level as 1.4.6. It added a few new items and features that weren't present in the first release. And B, there was one patch afterward, and then that was it until the next major version. 1.2.4 as well. Few new features, one more patch afterward. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, these not balanced? Oh, they're not balanced. Oops. 3 and 46. 3 and 48. Let's make that 47, 47. Hooray! Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Have people really been making content drops as a big thing? Oh my gosh. Shows you how much I don't pay attention to community reactions. Oh wait, hold on. Let's not put this wood away. I'll put away that. That way we end up all even numbers. We're all stacks of 60. And where's my apple chest? We have more work to do. One thing that the smaller updates remind me of, my immediate reaction was, these sound like the Secret Friday updates, except they're not every Friday. Alright. I see the Zella Moon. Oh, hold on. Let's be smart about this and put some torches. Is that bright enough? 14, 13. There's a light level of 10. Oh yeah, block 10. Yeah, that's fine. Nothing can spawn on that. 1.16.2. It doesn't feel on the same level as 1.2.4, 1.4.6 though. But yes, it does add new features. What do we have? OBS says 151, so we'll have about 9 minutes, 8 minutes or so. One of these days, as much as I say that, one of these days I really do need a faster way up there, since climbing this one ladder, there's gotta be something better, right? I think it was the plank type and the sandstone types. Unless the sandstone texture was there, but the sandstone itself, the sandstone variants weren't used until after. But I thought it was the sandstone texture was added in 1.2, and then the blocks themselves were made in 1.2.4. Hiccup? Alright, cool. So yeah, the sandstone blocks were indeed 1.2.4. Hooray! Some decorational variants. I'm surprised that it took them from beta 1.2 all the way until release 1.2 to add the different planks. Because as much as I do like the logs, the different log types, you couldn't do much with them. In fact, you couldn't even get the logs as renewable until beta 1.5 when the different sapling types were introduced. I probably should not have done that. It's okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't tend to build with the different logs, so I guess that could just be a me thing. Having the different plagues gives the different tree types more value. Much more value. I think you're right about the sandstone not being obtainable, because I feel like I encountered that here on UMP. How I couldn't get them at first. Alright, so this one's all done. Alright, well, here we go. Back to building. I still don't know how tall I plan on making this. Chances are I'm gonna get tired of building and used up most of the wood that I have currently on me, and then call it quits there. So at least we'll be able to finish the rest of this tomorrow, since I'm not getting any other oak wood after what I currently have. I will need dark oak, so we should be able to gather a bunch of dark oak for tomorrow, but I won't need nearly as much dark oak as I will for regular oak. And I'm all good, and I'm totally happy with the new health regen. Sure, it'll still be some time for hunger, but this is a step in the right direction. Hold on. Alright, a few more minutes, and then that'll be it. Tomorrow we'll get this done. I really hope I get it done tomorrow, because I'd rather not make y'all wait for 2 weeks with this almost finished build. And that way I could also do any boring stuff on my own time on here. Chop down trees, mine cobblestone, all the stuff that you've seen me do plenty of times on stream that I could do off. I feel like taigas were rather common back in 1.2. Taigas and jungles. Oop, that was a rather far distance, but I made the jump. Here's the real question, can I make the jumps 3 more times? I could take damage, otherwise I could keep trying for the long jump. But I'd rather jump horizontally than diagonally. A very 1.9 Christmas because of the taiga, and so there's a bunch of snow. Little unsafe. Don't try this at home, kids. Handcrafted in 1.2.5. What about the chiseled? What about chiseled sandstone? Wait, hold on. There we go. It was only chiseled and smooth, right? There weren't any other variants added because the stairs and slabs were already there. You can craft that one too? For some reason, it felt like it took me a while to get them on here. I don't know. Maybe not. I did get the textures ready beforehand, though. I used the temporary texture that was used, or I should say that was a part of the terrain.png before the full release. What you might be thinking about is chiseled stone brick. The only way to get that was 1.3's Jungle Temples. So that means you could get, was it 3 blocks per temple? No, maybe it was 9 blocks per temple. I don't remember. Well, either way, it wasn't very much. Yeah, I know that is indeed a not available in survival yet thing. Or I should say limited availability within survival. And then eventually they made it craftable. Alright, let's see. We got a little less than a minute, so we'll probably finish up. Oh wait, this is the last one. Yeah, this is indeed all it for today, y'all. So we'll be back again tomorrow. Let me just grab all that wood. Say your final thoughts as we prepare to end this off. Yeah, I do not want to save and quit up there. I'd rather save and quit where it's safe. And then that'll be all it. Alright, so yeah. Thank you all for watching, and bye.